It's wall framing day.
Today we're finally framing the walls of my DIY tiny house on wheels, and by the end of this episode you'll actually see the house take shape. Hey everyone, welcome. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and watch how I'm building an affordable tiny house from scratch. My name is Marek and you're watching Self-Powered. I planned everything very precisely in advance. Every single piece of the wall framing was cut and marked so that later I could just assemble them like a Lego. My sort of 2x4s for wall framing are actually 40 by 80 mils. Headers are 45 by 120, so I had to rip off 10 mils to make them fit. And believe it or not, this is all the lumber for all 4 exterior walls. I quickly installed this last strip of light G and I did some fine tuning to the shims. I ended up removing some of them because it was too thick. So right now we are nice and level in all directions. Following my plans and marks, I scattered all the cut pieces across the trailer. Here's how it looked. This is roughly the first wall. Big kitchen window and main door. Top and bottom plates. Of course I need to do layout and mark everything properly. This is just for a rough start. My layout is 625 mils on center, so the 2.5 meters OSB sheets will break perfectly on the studs. Then I could tidy everything up and align it with the layout marks. A nail gun and 3 90mm nails per stud did the job. You've probably heard this a million times, but keep your hands away in case a nail shoots out. I guess a nail in your hand isn't what you want. Unless you're a masochist or something. Since I could only get my studs in 3 meters lengths, I had to connect top and bottom plates with blocks. The walls are taller than the trailer's width, so after finishing the bottom plate, I had to slide everything to the other side to continue with the top. At this point, I put my enormous belly to work. Very convenient actually, I felt like Obelix from this scene. Of course, the studs weren't perfectly straight, so I built this little tool to grab them, counter twist and straighten them. Some real MacGyver stuff here, huh? Perfect. And a bit of Rambo action too. Speaking of action, here's the tool in action. Then it was just a matter of shooting dozens of nails, connecting plates with blocks, and I could move on to framing the window and door. First little mess up here. I grabbed the wrong piece. Luckily, easy fix. Professional builders are probably facepalming and cringing right now. Just kidding, why would they even watch this? Anyway, I should have probably started with the openings, but this worked fine for me. I first put together jacks with king studs, then assembled the header, tightened everything up and added the top cripples. I missed a couple of marks that weren't on the bottom plate, so I had to make them now for the top cripples. After this rapid fire of nails, the rough opening for the door was done. Same process for the kitchen window. It all went very fast, just like I said, exactly like Lego for grown-ups. Exact plan, precisely cut pieces, everything fitting together. The first wall was framed in no time. I mostly used these 90mm smooth shank framing nails, but when I needed to fix something temporarily permanent or tighten pieces together, I used screws. And did you know that almost 98% of my viewers are not subscribed? If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button, like the video and feel free to leave a comment. It really helps me a lot. Thanks guys! First wall is done. Already checked for diagonals, as my tape measure is not long enough to span from one corner to the other. I only measured to this point, and same on the other side, so I measured from that corner to this one and from that corner to this same spot on this stud. I've got it accurate to 1 millimeter, so I think that's enough. And now I need to brace it, get it out of the way and build another wall. My lovely lady joined me later, helped me with the wall that was a little bit too heavy for a single person. Or better said, for me. I know many of you guys would do it one-handed. With a clean working surface, we could start on the second and the most complicated wall. Same process, scatter all the pieces roughly in place, mark the layout, nail it together. We also took a quick moment for screwdriving 101. This is a result from yesterday. I've got both through walls framed. This one was a little bit tricky because it has 4 windows and every single one is different, so everything had to be custom made. And the plan for today is to frame both butt walls, raise them up and maybe start with the roof. Through the magic of video edit, the second wall is already there and I have clean surface to build the butt walls. Same process here. I promise I'll keep it brief. I installed these temporary blocks to represent true walls so I could measure the plate's length as accurately as possible. The rest is pretty much self-explanatory, so I'll let you enjoy it uninterrupted. Alright, look at that. Right now I'm standing in the living room window and this is secondary loft window. And now let's frame the last wall, and this is by far the easiest one. The only somewhat interesting thing about this wall was notching out the bottom plate for the drain pipe. I mean, so exciting, right? With all 4 walls finally framed, I could prepare for raising them up. First, I applied this self-adhesive foam as a seal sealer on both butt walls. Perfect time to do it while everything was this accessible. Then I moved the walls out of the way. Totally doable by one person. The last step before lifting was marking the exact wall positions with chalk line. I couldn't figure out a way to lift the walls alone, so my brothers and dad came to help. What a cool move, huh? I quickly installed these positive stops so the wall wouldn't slide off the trailer. And good thing I did, because it definitely would have. Then it was time to lift the first wall up. A little pro tip here: always lift with your back, never with your legs. A couple of temporary braces on the ends, and let's do the second wall. Or actually, why not the third? Just some more stopping blocks for extra safety, because the safety is our #1 priority. And finally, the last wall. Framing the walls didn't feel like much progress at first because you don't see results immediately. But once the walls went up, oh boy, the results don't get faster or more obvious than this. Really rewarding. A couple of screws in the corners and voila, the tiny house now has its shape. The walls are up. Not gonna lie guys, I'm pretty excited. Next time we'll make all kinds of structural connections, securely fix the house to the trailer and frame the roof. Thank you so much for sticking till the end, you know the drill, subscribe, like, comment, etc. I really can't stress enough how much a single click from you will help me. My name is Marek and you've been watching Self-Powered. Now go out and do something. I'll see you next time.